Hello, can you hear me? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Today, I have a special guest who will share her special testimony as a business woman, an entrepreneur, and a person who has been so resilient in her life. I would love for you just to hear her story. I want to bring her on without further ado. Her name is Emelia, and she is very special. I met her about 2 years, going on 3 years ago. Okay, and hold on, and I will bring her up. I see her. She is here. Hello, hello. Can you see me?
Hi.
Can you?
Yes, I can see you and hear you.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. You look beautiful.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you.
This is so nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, where do I start? Okay, I've introduced you, Amelia, and just I told everyone that I met you about it's going on 3 years now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And it was such a special, just divine appointment, I'll say, because
Hmm.
you were the first person I called when it came to just, taking care of my hair and all of that stuff when I lived in Savannah. And you were like literally the very first, I'm looking and it was like I felt that I had to call you,
Yeah. And
you
I'm
know?
glad that you did. I'm glad that you did because it went beyond just being my client. Look at us now.
I know, right? It's such a blessing to know that it began that way.
Hmm.
And every time I would come to Amelia, everyone, some days I would work a night shift and just sit in her chair, right, and probably
And tell me
snore.
stories.
Yeah, tell you all kinds of stories. But I'm sure I fell asleep a few times and probably like dozed off and I was snoring. But you were just like so nurturing, and your environment is just beautiful.
Thank
Everything
you.
about what you do is top notch, high
Thank,
quality.
thank.
And where do you get that sense of quality and your aesthetic, which is beauty? And that's what I titled this beauty, because that's the word I think of when I think of you, beauty.
Well, I'm very big on women taking care of themselves, nurturing yourselves because we do a lot as women. We're mothers, we're wives, we're employees, we own businesses, we do a lot. So it's important that you take care of yourself. You
Yes.
can't pour into a person if you're not filled. So that's my whole thing. Learning how to take care of you is so important.
Very nice. And
Mhm.
so when did, like, how old were you when you realized that? Was it something like it was just,
No, I realized that maybe about 4 years ago.
Oh, really? Tell just
My life
4 years.
journey did not realize that I came to that about 4 years ago when
Wow.
I decided that I wanted to create the life that I wanted, the life that I deserve, and the life that I know God would want me to have. It's when I started putting myself first and my needs first, and it goes
Mhm.
beyond just the physical. It goes beyond the hair and the uh, um, the outside things.
Right.
It
Okay.
starts with the inside. And when I realized that my mental health, my spiritual health, um, was more had to be important, is
Mhm.
when I yeah,
Mhm. That's
putting myself
good.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it shows that it's always, you can always change and pivot and be nimble and begin to move in a different way, in a more, wise way,
Hmm.
where you get back to the essentials. I mean, that's the name of your company,
Hmm.
Essentials, Seven Essentials.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems right now. Things are beginning to go back to more essential things
Hmm.
that make sense. They're common sense, down
Hmm.
to earth.
Hmm.
And so what inspired this name, Seven Essentials?
Ooh, now we're getting to the meat of it.
Yes, let's dive in. Welcome, Jamie. Thank you for joining, and Mish. Thank you all. We have Amelia here, and she is very special to me. I'm so inspired by what she has done in her life. And recently, she began her own line, and it is a clean beauty line. And she started right in her home, and just she brings the very best quality to what she does. And just from everything that you look at and the ingredients, it's just clean beauty. And I just want her to now just tell us, dive into the name, Seven Essentials. And that's where you can find her. Do I have that correct, Amelia?
It's
Right?
sevenessentialsorganic.com.
Organic. I'm going to change that, everyone. Organic.com. Okay. As I'm going to change this, tell us about seven essentials.
Okay, so the name Seven Essentials came from when I first started the line. I started it with a hair oil, and with the oil, it was four carrier oils and three essential oils. And when I realized that, at that time, I think I had 6 years of sobriety. And when I was developing it, it was the number seven. I've had 6 years of sobriety before, but I've never had 7 years, and the number seven is a number of completion, and the
Mm,
number eight is a number of new beginnings. So my desire and what I prayed for, what I worked for in my recovery was to tap into the seventh year, because I've never had 7 years. I've had 2 years, 3 years, 6 years, but never seven. So the following year was gonna be 7 years for me, and it was seven ingredients, seven oils
mhm.
in the hair oil, my very first product. So I named it Seven Essential because it's the number of completion. So that part of my life, although not forgotten and never forgotten,
Mhm.
but it that part, that struggle, that years and years of agony was
Mhm.
going to come to completion.
Oh, wow. That's
So
powerful.
Right. It's the number of completion. I will never have to visit that again.
Oh, amen.
That's where
Wow.
essentials come from.
That, wow, what a testimony. I didn't know this, Amelia, and
Yeah.
I'm really moved because I didn't know that about you. You hadn't shared that, you had gone through a journey and come to sobriety, because I have to tell you, you do not wear it.
Hmm.
Okay. And I say that from being a nurse for over 30 years and
Hmm.
being able to look at a person, and this is something that all healthcare professionals we can do, and you too, because
Hmm.
people that look at people, I
Hmm.
can look at a person and tell
And
their
see the
health.
strain.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I can tell maybe what kind of life they might have lived, what kind of occupation. They wear it, in other
Hmm.
words. And even if they've gone through a bad time in their life, or challenges like, you know, addictions, and they still wear it. It'll be you can see it in their teeth. You can see
Hmm.
it. It's so many things I can see, the
Hmm.
coloring and everything, quality of their hair, skin,
Hmm.
and you do not wear any of that. I wouldn't know it. I mean, this is something I'm just learning, and that has to speak loudly to redemption, and like you said, completion. And I want to say this to anyone listening, because I have been challenged to change a lot of paradigms. And one of those things is, and I never liked it, okay, is that people will learn in some of these things that they're always going to be an addict, and they say that in contract, that they're always going to be that. And I don't know, you may tell me you don't agree, but I just never felt good about people proclaiming that and contracting that this will be a forever thing over them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yes,
don't know how you feel about it.
that's because people don't understand. Okay, so if you have diabetes, you'll take care of it. If
Mhm,
you have whatever physical element that you may have, you'll go to the doctor, you'll get your medication, and you'll take care of it, or change your diet, start exercising, whatever.
mhm,
But what I believe is that people don't understand that it's a, I don't want to say the word sickness, but it's an element just like a physical disease,
mhm,
but
mhm,
it's just more mental, it's more
mhm,
psychological, it's
mhm,
definitely more spiritual. So when
mhm,
people say that I'm an addict and I'm an alcoholic, and I think that I'm always going to be that, you're not always going to be that, because once you stop doing a thing, you're
mhm,
not doing anymore. But
mhm,
it's in your thinking, it's in your mind.
mhm,
It's a thing that we can't see, but it's real. And people that never dealt with addiction or alcoholism, or even eating too much,
mhm.
it's a problem. Shopping
Right.
too much is a
Yeah,
problem. We
absolutely.
have anxieties, we have depression. It's
Mhm.
all kind of element that we struggle with as human beings.
Right,
There's elements that you can see, and there's stuff that you can't see.
right.
But I could be going through something, you can't see it, but
Mhm,
it's still my personal struggle.
mhm,
So
yeah,
you never forget where you come from, you never
mhm,
forget your journey.
mhm,
And it's intense, because it's years and years and years and years
mhm.
of dealing with this thing, so you don't forget it, but you
Okay,
don't wear it. Does it make
there you
sense?
are. I love that. And you don't wear it. And again, redemption is a word for this time.
Mm-hmm.
And people are experiencing redemption in so many ways. And just speaking to you now being a business owner, and building your business from literally scratch, like,
Mm-hmm.
what was the What was it that uh, drew you to want to create these clean beauty products? What was it that, you had it been something that you always wanted to do? Was it in response to a health challenge? Like sometimes I know people develop skin things because maybe they had eczema or something like that. Was that your journey?
No, actually, I found myself having to start over again. And so what I did was I started to really gently taking care of myself, pampering myself, getting my massages every month, um, uh, taking baths instead of showers, um, my place smells like a spa because scent is very powerful,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
just being more gentle with me, and as I did that, um I realized that, okay, so I have all these different products in my bathroom, and I've always been into natural care, healthy eating, smoothies, juices. I did yoga for some time. So natural things I'm very passionate about. So I started studying about and I had no idea, Jennifer, no clue as to what I was doing. And
Wow.
I stressed my kids out, I stressed myself out. So, but my whole thing was, okay, I'm going to revamp my oil and just sell it to my clients in the salon. And
Mhm,
that was my intention, nothing
mhm.
else. And when I looked up a couple of weeks later, I had boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff all over my place. And I was overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, what is it that I'm doing? Because I'm only supposed to be revamping the hair oil, not coming up with five different products that I knew nothing about.
Wow.
So I went online
Mhm,
and I took classes. I wanted to know more about essential oils and what they did for your skin. I knew a little bit, but I wanted to, you know, dig deeper into it. So I
mhm.
had no mentors, nobody around me that was, that I could reach out to and say, okay, teach me more about this. So I had to basically teach myself. So I went online, took a couple of classes. Then I
Mhm.
started learning about butters and the different exotic butters and what they do for your skin, and the hard butters, the soft butters, the medium butters, where they're from, how they're made. And so I started with that. And when I tell you that I was throwing away batches and batches and batches of products because it wasn't coming out the way that I envisioned it in my mind.
Okay. Right, right.
So then I had to get labels done. Then I wanted my packaging to look a certain way. So I went from one small thing to this huge thing overnight. So I was telling
Wow.
my daughter, she came over one day and it was just boxes everywhere. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, I'm just supposed to be making oils. And I said, and I just don't know what's happening. I don't even have a clue what I'm doing. And she was like, it's God. And when she said that to me, that really calmed my spirit. So I just flew with it and I said, okay, so I'm gonna learn. So I had to learn formulation, product formulation. I had to learn what goes with what amounts and
Right.
all of that. And in the midst of running my salon and trying to learn this new thing that's in front of me,
Mhm,
and I had days that I cried. I had
mhm.
nights that I didn't sleep because
Mm.
now I've invested financially into this and I can't stop. I can't quit. I have to sit through. And I didn't want to
Yeah.
just fail, you know.
Mhm.
So I studied.
Uh-huh.
I learned. I taught myself. I wasted a lot of products.
Mhm.
And the day that I formulated. the butter that I saw in my mind with the ingredients that I wanted to be in it. That was my breakthrough. So when I did that, the butters were the challenge. The
Oh,
healing balm wasn't so much of a challenge,
okay.
and the facial oil, that was a little bit challenging because I had to learn the what was in each oil,
Okay.
and how it would affect the skin, the
Hmm.
dry oils, the heavy oils, and choose the ones that I wanted to use in my products. So those two were my most challenging formulation, but the
Hmm.
rest of it came pretty easy for me. So when I formulated the butter that I wanted to 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 share with other people. When I tell you, oh my God! So now, I mean, this is my man. This is my
So this is so awesome. Like just to hear your
yes,
process. Butter. Like who doesn't love butter? Right?
girl. When I'm formulating my butters, I'm telling you, it's like a whole different. I'm in a zone. I'm in a zone. It's creamy.
Oh
It
my
smells
God.
good. It's good
Yes.
for your skin. I mean, just it's just beautiful. And for
Yeah.
me to, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, I did this. I did this. And it's
Yes.
only been 9 months since I started this, and
Uh-huh.
I've
Wow.
perfected, you know, and that is just, it's not me. It's not me that did it. It really isn't. God saw me through it, and I remember when I was going through the process of it,
Hmm.
and my oldest daughter, I cried to her about everything, and I
Oh.
was laying in the bed, and I was like, "Oh my God, I don't even know what I'm doing." And
Oh.
then she was like, "Mama, you're doing good. It's great. Your buttons are great." I said, "No, it's not the way that I want it to be. That's not what I see in my mind."
Mhm.
So
Mm.
I just kept practicing, 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 trying different things, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
adding more of this, less of that, throwing
Mhm.
things away, starting all over. And I got exactly what I saw in my mind.
Oh my gosh, you did. That was a butter breakthrough. She had a butter breakthrough. This is so exciting. Like, oh my goodness. So it's so beautiful that you're showing your daughter that you have this resilience,
Hmm.
and just knowing you knew it, that you had a vision for what the quality of this butter,
Exactly.
right? You weren't going to let it, like some people might maybe give up or just say, oh, I'll take it like this, but
Mhm.
you wanted to keep until you got it. You knew you were going to
Exactly.
do it, and you
Exactly.
didn't give up. Like
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
is.
Because I was telling my daughter, I said, I cannot just put anything out there. I can't just sell anything. I say it has to come from what I'm passionate about. And that is what you put. I mean, even the foods that we eat, how clean can we get it? Even some things that are organic aren't really organic. So I was looking at a couple of ingredients in different body products for women, and if you look at it, it's about 20 listed ingredients, and the product says body butter or body lotion, and it's mostly a whole list of chemicals and a lot of water. And most of them don't even have real butters in them. So I
Mm,
wanted to do something different. I wanted it to feel like the Fortune 5,000 company. I wanted the texture to be right. I wanted it to be creamy. I wanted it to be rich and smooth. But at the same time, I wanted it to be real ingredients, not
mhm.
a list of chemicals. So
Right.
that was the challenge, how to get the texture that I wanted,
Mhm.
and also have the good stuff in it for you
Wow.
without all the additives and fillers.
Right.
That
Oh
was
my
my,
God.
and I did it. I was like,
You
yeah,
did it.
I
You
can.
did it. Oh my gosh. In 9 months, everyone, did you hear a butter breakthrough? I want that to be your thing. You had a butter breakthrough.
And it's all in my head. I didn't write anything down because I don't want anyone stealing it.
That's right. You can't steal it. But this is amazing. So it goes along with everything. It's like people love the word shalom.
Mhm,
Shalom is used as a greeting. And
mhm.
one of the things I learned about shalom is that it means wholeness. And I've
Yes.
always loved that part of the word is that wholeness to me is wellness. So you embody wellness.
Yes.
And I mean, this is everybody. I probably missed telling everyone that you had. I said you took care of my hair, but
Mhm.
okay. Can you tell us when you like what made you want to go into cosmetology and what was that path for you?
So cosmetology, what I had at the time, I had four children, and I think my youngest at that time was 3, and my oldest was 11. Single parent, just recently divorced, and no education except for high school. And the jobs that I was able to get at that time was waiting tables, cleaning rooms, and I had this 4 children, and I can't live like that. That's not going to be enough. So I need to figure out something else to do. So people are always was always complimenting me on my hair. So I was like, well, maybe I should do nursing. Nah, I'm not doing nursing. That's
Good.
I'm not, no, I'm not doing too much blood, too much fluid, too much. No, I'm not doing it. So I decided, well, let me check out cosmetology. And you know how people say, I've been doing hair since I was 11. No, I learned hair,
Mm,
and I learned that color cutting, taking care of the hair was
mm,
my passion.
mm.
There's something sexy about a woman with healthy hair, not fried, not overly processed, but just healthy hair. So I got into that, and I wanted to be a multicultural stylist. So
Mhm.
what I did after finishing cosmetology school with 4 children, small children, and I went to school every single day from Monday through Saturday from 8 to 5. I was determined to finish. I finished in 9 months. Then I went under another stylist, and she taught me how to do Caucasian hair. So now I'm able to do African American women hair and Caucasian hair. So when I opened my salon, I wanted it to be a multicultural salon,
Mhm,
and that's
mhm.
what it is today.
Right. And that was something I have to, oh, I love this. Monica, welcome. Monica said edges intact. Thank you, Monica. It is like, if you know, everyone. And we need to make a movement to make edges great again. Okay. Let's make edges great again. Okay. All of the edges, because this has been a conspiracy to eat up the edges. What happened to Amelia?
I'm right
You
here. I had a call I had to
It's been
dismiss.
a conspiracy against edges, and we need to bring truth and sanity back to it, okay? And I'm joking, okay? But Amelia does not feel this way. The humor is all mine. You know how I am. You already know. But I'm saying this with serious tones that
Mhm.
there are so many things about our culture that are not healthy, and as we are getting back, this is just all part of shalom and
Mhm.
wellness, is
Mhm.
that we have to get back to an organic way of living and a
Mhm.
natural rhythm, and get
Mhm.
all of this, like you said, this is my whole like thing about I don't want to need to take a chemistry class so I can read the ingredients. Like, can't
Mm-hmm.
we just have like
Right.
four ingredients that are
Right.
something I can go out in nature and kind of spot? I don't want to just have to figure out. So as we're getting back to this, it's like law. I say law because it is about order and
Mm-hmm.
sanity,
Mm-hmm.
logic, so this goes along with it, like what you're saying in terms of you wanted to create this organic thing. You love to take care of yourself. Like when I came to your place, you would have a smoothie. I would bring her a smoothie. I knew she liked healthy things, and just the atmosphere. Like I said, her
Mm-hmm.
salon, it just has this ambiance of wellness. It was more
Mm-hmm.
like a spa. Like
Peace.
you
Peace.
know
Mm-hmm.
it just had this, and I just love going there. I'm sorry if I snored and fell asleep because, like I said earlier, you might not have missed it, or you might have missed it. I work night shifts, and I would come see Amelia sometimes after my shift. Sitting in the chair and just falling asleep, and it was amazing. She took such care of my hair, and I'm looking forward to you just doing it now because I've been doing this protective style,
And I love
and
it.
I can't wait to come see you because I'm ready for you to do something. And everybody, she's one of these people, like she said, she cares about your hair being healthy,
Mm-hmm.
not about the style so much. And that was nice to come and see in your salon that every race of people is there. You don't just take care of so-called African Americans, but you
Mm-hmm.
take care of everyone.
Everybody.
That's
Exactly.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. For
Mm-hmm.
you to have that, just to want to learn and just encompass and welcome everyone,
Yeah.
So where did you grow up, Amelia? Like, tell us more about your childhood. Like, what
Ooh,
was that like?
I'm originally from West Africa. I was born in Gambia,
Mm,
but raised in Nigeria. So I've been
okay.
in the United States now for ooh, 30 some odd years.
Mm,
Yeah, I came when I was 11. So
okay.
I'm 50 now. So yeah, 30 some odd years.
Wow.
Um, when I came to the States, I basically ended up in a couple of foster cares, and
Mm,
my second foster home, my foster mom adopted me.
oh,
So I was able to stay in the States and legally stay in the States because I was brought illegally and I didn't know. So she adopted me. Um, uh, and that's the story. Yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
That's a story, everyone. Wow. I'm learning so much about, like, I knew that, but I didn't know that you had, spent some time in
Yeah.
foster care. Like,
Hmm.
you have really, like, okay, everybody, let me just say this, okay? This sister here has come to this nation, this beautiful nation of America, and she is living the American dream. We have to give her some major, love for showing some of us even
Mhm.
how wonderful you can come to this country and achieve a dream. She went through a hard time. I mean, foster care, sometimes that knocks some people out of the game. They may
Mhm.
not, bounce back. I know a friend just told me to stop saying bounce back. I have to get that out of my one of my good friends. I was talking to him yesterday. He was like, "Don't not bounce back." But you know, basically to take that and to be redeemed in a way, like you found redemption in your life in so many ways, and again, you're not afraid to start over, and that
And
can
it's
be,
a personal choice.
yes.
My thing is, it doesn't matter what life throws at you because it's going to come. Things are going to happen out of your control from childhood to whatever. You're going to
Mhm,
get into marriages that don't work. You're going to have whatever elements. It's life. Life happens. What
mhm,
I had to realize was, okay, life is happening and life has happened and life will continue to happen. What
mhm,
is going to be my response to it?
mhm,
Am I going to be the victim? Or am I going to be a survivor? Or am I going to choose to thrive? And right now, I choose to thrive. Surviving, I've been the victim. That didn't work.
Okay.
Just learning to survive, that's not satisfying.
Yeah.
So now I need to put myself in another gear. I
Mhm.
want to thrive. I want to be more than just a cute story. I want the
Mhm.
abundance of God.
Mhm.
I want, when I tell my story, for it to have weight, because now I'm thriving.
Mhm.
People really don't listen. Yeah, they see, oh, I feel sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry that's happening to you or that happened to you. And they
Mhm.
move on. But they really pay attention to your story when they see the difference between the low and the high.
Mhm. Wow. Oh boy.
That's when they
That's
really pay attention.
yes, yes. Because your story, your life now, your life is a sermon. Your life is a testimony because you are absolutely right. And I want to speak again to people that, we have lived in a lot of us born here, we have gotten complacent, in other words, and forgotten the fact that, like you said, you can write your story.
Mhm.
Basically, you don't have to,
Absolutely.
yeah, victim consciousness, like a lot of this victim
Right.
consciousness, it permeates our culture, and
Mhm.
we have adopted it and made it okay, but you're dispelling it. You have absolutely debunked victim
Mhm.
consciousness because you understood what you could come and do,
Mhm.
and now you are thriving, and
Mhm.
that's amazing, everyone. Like, there, hello, I hope this is hitting where it needs to hit,
Mhm.
because I'm
It's
getting
the
it.
power of choice.
Mm,
It's the
yes.
power of choice.
Hmm.
It
Wow.
doesn't matter what you do to me.
Hmm.
What matters is what I do to me. So if
Hmm.
I take what you do to me and make it my identity, I'm losing.
Mm. Wow.
I'm
Wow.
losing.
Hmm.
So you have to, I had to get to a place where I started taking responsibility for myself and my choices and my decisions, you know, and choosing that I was going to have a good life and choosing that I was going to make a pathway for my grandchildren. I may
Mm.
not have been able to do it the way that I wanted to do it with my children, but I
Mhm.
could make a pathway for my grandchildren, you know. And it's a choice, it's a conscious choice,
Mhm.
and when I decided that, it's when I start. Actually, that's when I started creating this product line. It's when I decided that I was going to start taking care of myself, be responsible for my choices, be responsible for my future, and not just sitting there just letting life happen because I have this story. You poor thing. I was tired of being you poor thing. I was
Yeah.
tired of being my history. you know
Oh.
so
Oh.
I had the choice to create the future that I want for myself. And it didn't matter. Sometimes my mind was telling me during the process of Seven Essentials, the beginning
Mhm.
process, oh, you're too old. Oh, it's too
Mm.
late. Oh, da, 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 da.
Mhm.
And I had to dispel that,
Mhm.
and continue on my journey, and
Mhm.
it took relentless focus and determination to even come up with this,
Wow.
with the product line. And it
Wow.
was distraction coming in every direction, but I had to stay focused, and that's with the choices that I'm making now. I
Right.
have to stay focused,
Absolutely.
and that is just so important.
Yes. Oh boy. That is powerful. Like, back to the fact that you say what you're saying, and what I'm getting such a powerful life lesson in this is that when we get out of this victim consciousness of poor me, poor you, poor him, poor whatever, and get into I can change this. And it starts with how I look at it, my perception, my thinking, how I speak, even. And out of that choice that you made, everything is about choices. You chose to say, no, no more poor me. I'm
Yeah.
going to make a decision to, take responsibility for my life now. And so then a beautiful business blossoms from that thought pattern. Like,
Exactly.
wow. And just
Yeah.
the staying on the path, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that you have a vision of legacy for your grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's powerful.
Yes.
And like, just to think that you did this in 9 months, and you think about carrying a child for 9 months, and like you brought this to, you birthed this business,
Yeah.
and now with the quality, I mean, I want everybody to check out her quality and her products. Tell me about the way that because your products look like they can be in any fancy department store. Like, you have this, I'm into, like, I have to say, okay, I love the way product bottles and
Mm-hmm.
packaging look.
It's
So
important. Yeah.
yeah, I like that stuff. I'm kind of like, I'm led by that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the stuff isn't good inside, but you have the packaging plus the quality inside.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it about the packaging that led you to do it the way you did it? Like, what was it?
Because my personality. Oh my God. I remember my ex-husband told me one time, you just do too much. You do too much. You don't want the apple at the bottom of the tree. You want the apple way at the top of the tree. That's just me. If I'm gonna do something, I'm really going to do it. So I think that's part of the it's just me, and it's okay. So I wanted it to be clean, natural, but luxurious at the same time.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't. I wanted it to look. And it took time to pick out my packaging also, and I'm not done with it. This is just the beginning stage. It's
Nice.
gonna get even more fancier than this as I go on. This is just the
I love
starting
it.
stage. But I wanted people to feel luxury
Hmm.
and nature at the same time.
Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
I love it. Like, again, it's like, everybody, this is amazing to me. Like, I was so excited when I saw you. Like, when I started seeing your products on my timeline, I'm like, what is she doing? What is Amelia up to? And then, just watching you go from everything you post is like, you really put a lot of intention and
Mhm.
and thought, and just to
Right.
know that you created something clean,
Mhm.
because a lot of us, we crave clean, and you wanted it yourself. You said you wanted to take care of yourself, and
Mhm.
everybody stop feeling guilty about even wanting to do that,
Thank
because
you.
we have
Not
this sort of
selfish.
schizophrenic, right? They kind of say, don't take care of
It's
yourself, be a
not
martyr, and then when you take care of yourself, you're a narcissist or something. It's like, okay, we got to get back to like some sanity.
selfish.
And the fact that you did something simple, like take a bath. Some of you really do need to take a bath out there. Like, if you
Just
met
sit
my mother,
there.
she would say, put your butt in the bath and
Yes.
soak.
And
Okay.
sit there for a minute.
And it has to be hot water. We're
Yes.
not doing any cold water.
Mhm.
Sit in a hot bath and
And
think about your
so,
life sometimes, right?
exactly, with a candle burning.
Yes. Well, it doesn't
Simple,
mean
but
it
so
doesn't
good.
mean you're a witch, okay? You're not doing witchcraft. You just are doing self-care.
Something
And
for you.
baths are so they're very nurturing,
Mhm.
and that's what a lot of us need. You were gentle with yourself, and you allowed yourself to begin again.
Exactly.
So we have to not fear, even that's in the scripture, do not be afraid of the day of small beginnings, right? Do
Right.
not despise them. If you got
Mhm.
to start back over again,
Yes,
hey,
you do.
do
Yes,
it, right?
you do.
Hey, Girl Code is here. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to meet Girl Code. Girl Code, you gotta come. We need to do a field trip to Savannah, baby, and we gotta go get Amelia to get me straight. Amelia, my hair has been growing like a weed.
I see it.
Okay,
It looks thick too.
it's gotten thick, and
Yeah.
you know this is from this style. And for anybody who doesn't know us, girls that are the brunette girls, we get into, it's called protective hairstyles. For anybody who doesn't know about that, I've just been doing this because it protects, and I don't, I'm not going into an office or hospital every day. So it was like, I'm going to do this for a while, but I'm back in, I'm going to be seeing Amelia. She's going to have to deal with a little bit longer. You'll probably say I need a trim, right? Don't you hate when your stylist says you need a trim, right? You're like, she's going to give me a haircut. No, Amelia does not jack you up when she does your trim. She really does. So, Amelia, now tell us where to find you. Like it. Oh, let me just say this. I'm gonna put this into. I'm gonna be like Nipsey. Okay, he said, "Put it." I'm gonna speak it into the atmosphere right now. Okay, and listen. I believe in the Lord Jesus. Okay, I'm just saying that. Okay, my prayers. I think your products. Okay, check this out, everybody. I'm speaking this. I think Amelia's products, 7 Essentials, could be in someone's spa. Okay, so if you are out there right now, if you have a spa, or if you know somebody that has a spa, okay, I want you to please contact Emelia and discuss carrying her amazing products. Okay, I think this could be an amazing thing. I know there are probably a lot of spas that would love to have an American made product that you can stand by the quality, knowing that it's organic. How do you feel about that, Emelia? Do you think that that might be nice?
I would love that. And also, I'm already in 3 stores here in Savannah. So that's an awesome idea, especially with the body oils and the healing balm. Yeah.
Okay. What stores are you in the Savannah area?
I'm in it's Beauty and Beyond. They have 3 locations. So they're
nice.
My first wholesale order, So I have it all. I have the check framed.
Oh, I love it.
Down about a month ago. So
oh my goodness,
yeah,
this
that
is
was
fabulous. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Everybody, this is amazing. I want you to support this beautiful woman who is thriving, okay? And if you want to, support businesses that are local, that are, look, you see her, okay? She's not some person that you never see, never know is a real person. This is a real person with a real testimony and story behind how she started these products. And this is how we are going to make our nation thrive. Okay. And that's a beautiful thing that you use the word thrive. And I'm going to continue praying for you, my dear, beautiful sister, that you continue thriving. If there's anything else you want to leave us with, some wisdom or anything, please share.
Never stop. Never, ever stop. You are in control of your life.
Wow.
Never stop.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. And I'd love you to come back again, and share some wisdom and share some updates on your products. And everybody, you can find Amelia's products, 7 Essentials Organic.com. And thank you for joining, everybody. I didn't get to spend a lot of time with you in the chat atmosphere, but I love you, and I love you, Emelia. God bless you. Take care.
See you.
I'm gonna see you soon. Okay.
Okay.
I'm out again. Okay. I'm making my way.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody. I'll see you around. Okay. Take care.